The bad news about the Hunger Games is it's not rated R, which honestly, to serve the book's material, if it was rated R, would be much better. The good news is it's not the next Twilight. So the Hunger Games came out in March. It was directed by Gary Ross, the guy who directed Seabiscuit, among other things. It stars Jennifer Lawrence. Liam Hemsworth was kind of like second, third build, although he was in it very little. And Josh Hutcherson. Also has smaller supporting roles by people like Stanley Tucci, Jessica Biel, Wes Bentley, and Woody Harrelson. And just kind of with that cast, you can tell it's much better than Twilight, because who Twilight cast? Robert Pattinson, he was nobody. Kristen Stewart, Taylor Lautner. So this movie basically is set in I'm not sure how far in the future, but it's sort of a future dystopia. People in different districts. They pick one boy, one girl from the age of 12 to 18. They take them off to somewhere, set them in it's like a forest, but it's sort of an arena where if you go too far, they're going to send you back. And trust me, they'll send you back one way or another. And they just take all the kids from different districts. Alright, go kill each other. Winner gets to be honored by winning. So, winner gets to live. Losers get to die. Pretty easy. But yeah, it's kind of, that idea has been done quite a bit. If you think about it. People fight. The rest die after one wins. Yeah. Freedom or not, whatever. But here's where it all comes down to it. The acting. These are not Twilight actors. These are freaking awesome people. Josh Hutcherson. I only knew him from Journey to the Center of the Earth. He's good. Liam Hemsworth. Nothing. What do I know him from? I know he was in some movies, Miley Cyrus, and they're dating or whatever, and the movie they're in together sucks. I know he's also in the new Expendables movie, and what I heard was him and Jean-Claude Van Damme can act. Everyone else in the movie sucks, so yeah. He was fine. He was in it very little from the billing and everything. I thought he was the third main star, and not really. And the real star of this movie, Jennifer Lawrence from Winter's Bone and X-Men First Class. This chick's awesome. She can act. She's good, and I think we may have a new Oscar-winning actress coming soon. Because aside from the Hunger Games, if she gets any other really good work, I think she can get an Oscar for sure. And then the other people. Jessica Biel looks friggin' creepy in her painted face and big hair and stuff. Yeah, these people look pretty weird. Wes Bentley had a killer looking beard. It was all arrow spiked up at parts. It was neat looking. Woody Harrelson in this funny looking hair, man. It was like a blonde bowl cut or something, I think. Stanley Tucci freaking looked pretty damn weird. He looked like a Barbie doll almost. He had real shiny plastic looking face. And Donald Sutherland. My sister, the 12-year-old sister of mine, hates this guy. My brother too, he's only 9. And my mom, they all read the books. I didn't. I don't read much. But they read the books. When Donald Sutherland shows up as whoever he was, the main runner of the thing, they hated him. They were like, oh, that bastard. So apparently, next movie he's going to do something crazy or something. I'm excited because I like Donald Sutherland. Although I don't know him for much. I know he's an awesome actor, but the last thing I can think of seeing him in was Horrible Bosses, and he wasn't in that much. So yeah. And anyway, when we get down to it, so most of the movie wasn't even centered on the Hunger Games. It was a good bit before any of that happened. It was the first, if the movie's 2 hours, I think the first hour, 20 minutes was setting up to it. The last 40 were the Hunger Games, about something like that, and that was refreshing. You get to really learn about these characters, get to like them, and then once they're in there getting killed, you can kind of feel sorry for some of them. The rest of the districts, not so much. Except for the girl with the afro. I believe her name is Rue. I liked her just because she had an afro. It's because she's a little kid, kind of. And this one other guy I liked. I'm going to spoil something right here. I forget which district. There was Rue, and then there was the other guy. And, when you get into the battle, there's these sick kids, they're trained from birth almost to go to the Hunger Games, and then they're just gonna go and kill everyone. They're like really sick and into it. They're just like working as a team, like, yeah, we're gonna get them, we're gonna get them. Like, they're just twisted. And then one of them, the one that pissed me off the most is just she's crazy. She's kind of a bitch. So then the other dude, Rue's district partner, he freaking grabs a hold of her and annihilates her. He just smashes her against a wall like the Hulk to Loki. Okay? And honestly, like, that was the most enjoyment I had, to just see him grab her and just beat the shit out of her. It's not that it's a guy. It's just, I hate that character so much that when he gets to annihilate her, I was like, oh yes, that was awesome. And then the rest of the action, though, I was a little disappointed. At the beginning, when they let them out to go do their thing, go grab weapons or run the other way, the directing gets really bad. You know what we get a lot of? We get a lot of this. We get a lot of stuff's going on. Can't tell a lot. I'm banging the damn tripod everywhere. I'm kind of okay with shaky cam sometimes. I mean, the Bourne movies, shaky cam was okay except for the second one. That ruined it. Other movies, shaky cam can work every once in a while. Like, if you use it for like a specific scene or something, like Safe House, when I reviewed that, I kind of explained that I was okay with it, but at the same time, sometimes they overdid it. For the most part, I freaking hate shaky cam. It's a way to disguise cheap choreography and effects by just, you can't tell what's going on. That sounds annoying. And that friggin' tripod bounces. But it's like, you can't tell what's going on. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on everywhere. It's shaking too much. So basically, you can't tell. It's like, people are getting killed. Kids are killing kids with big axes and stuff, but you can't tell because it's a whole lot of shaky cam. That's what pissed me off, because if it was getting an R rating, like a lot of people kind of hoped, I know the primary audience for this is teens, but at the same time, it needs that R rating, because otherwise the next 3 movies, I guess it'll be, just a lot of shaky cam murdering. It's either have blood but don't see people get murdered, or see people murdered but don't have the blood. If you want to try both, they gotta shake the camera around. That's annoying. But other than that, that was kind of the only scene, and then there was maybe 1 or 2 other scenes where they had a lot of shaky cam, and then for the most part it was kind of well shot. I won't shit on his directing, but when they got to shaky cam, my interest went down. But when they're doing normal camera work and stuff, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is just owning this movie. Like, I like her character. She's awesome. She made me like her character. But the villains, and how many of them are there? It's basically, we got Katniss and Peeta, who is Josh Hutcherson's character, and then everyone else, villain. And not to say they suck at acting, because they made me hate them. I hated them, and it's not the acting. They were good enough actors because I wanted to go to Hunger Games. I wanted to tribute so I could go find those bastards and get an axe and chop off some of their legs and stuff. I mean, I hated them, but they were kind of entertaining because they were so into it. They were so into it. They wanted to just go kill everyone. Yeah, they were into it. And I'm sure if like Katniss and Peeta died, they'd have just killed them and then immediately turned on each other and just went crazy. Like, they're sick nuts. They belong in these games. But at the same time, they're so one-dimensional with that it was standard villain almost. Not to say I didn't completely enjoy them though. And yeah. And the comparisons to the book, this will be the last thing. My sister and my brother were kind of calling out things like, that was different in the book and such. But then it was kind of getting to the end, and they're like, wait, they changed it. That's not how the book ends. And then it did end, and they're like, oh wait, that is how the book ends, or something. And I know there's going to be comparisons to the books, but I think if you look at something like Harry Potter, they took the books, put them into movies, it ended really good. Twilight, that was a battle with no chance of success, because the books are stupid. That premise sucks. I mean, you can make it work, but I'm sure the books are as bad as the movies, almost. That's just my opinion. But then you get like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and stuff. Same thing. So these book franchises, they go to movies and then everyone's like, oh, if it doesn't live up to the book, I'm going to hate it. I hope people like these movies as much as the books, because these are good movies, I think. When the next one comes out, I want to go see it in theaters. So, this movie is essentially a mixture of good writing, good, sometimes great acting, good, sometimes bad directing. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Catching Fire and then Mockingjay. So whenever those come out, I may actually end up seeing them in theaters, and I'll give this movie a A-. Pretty good all around, but that shaky cam and sometimes poor directing just pissed me off. So if you like this review, you can like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. I'll put a link right here to go to my channel, subscribe, whatever. I'm new at this kind of linking stuff, so yeah, I'm sure there's bubbles there for something I'll try. I'm very new at the technological stuff, but there, see? You can subscribe to me in this one, go to my channel in this one. Yay!